Hello, friends and neighbors. I am David K. as always, and welcome to my 20-year Philippine adventure. Tonight we're going to talk about shopping, especially when you go to the public markets or you're going to any of the outdoor places where you need to buy stuff. Obviously, if you go to the grocery store, it's kind of cut and dry. But you're going to find yourself in a lot of situations where you're in a public market, or you're going up to a stall, or you're going up to somebody who sells something. And there's a couple of things you need to keep in mind when you do that. First, if you go to the public market, you're going to encounter things that, nightmares are made of, especially from the first world countries. Like you're going to find pig heads hanging there, skulls, masks, which is the skin of the animals. You're going to find a lot of weird things that in a first world country would never make it to the market. That stuff would be to the pets, the pet food manufacturers, or tossed out in the garbage or whatever. For example, you're going to find pig's ears for sale to the general public. When I was in the U.S., they sell those at PetSmart. You can buy them at the pet market for your dog chew toy. But no, here, that's a common thing. You're just gonna go buy a sack of pig's ears, boil it for about 500 hours, and then serve that to your family. No problem. So you're gonna find a lot of interesting things. But what I want to talk to you about is pricing, because one of the things that you're going to encounter is that as a foreigner, the pricing will be different for you than it will be for anybody else. And I know that's not fair, and I know that it's kind of like a racist thing that happens here in the Philippines, because they see you and they notice that you're a foreigner, you're not the same race as they are, so they want to charge you an extra premium for everything that you're buying. For example, I went up to a stall that had these little limes. They call them calamansi, and the price was 30 pesos per kilo. And then I went next door, and there's no signage. I said, "How much are the calamansi?" She took a look at me and she said, "Oh, it's 100 per kilo." Now, come on, give me a break. But that's the kind of thing that you have to get used to if you're a foreigner in the Philippines. You have to get used to people looking at you and thinking, "Oh, this person can pay an extra premium. This person can pay an exorbitant amount because they have a lot of money. So I can charge them anything I'm thinking of." So the thing is, you kind of need to know what the prices should be before you go to the market to buy something. Number one. My best advice is, when you're brand new in the Philippines, take a Filipino or a Filipina with you and have them get the prices, tell you what the prices are, and then you can decide what you want to buy and what you don't want to buy. But if you go to the market by yourself, anytime that you see products for sale that don't have a price in front of them, you're probably going to get hosed. And you need to, kind of stand up for yourself. And I hate to say it, but it's racist. It's racist because they see you, they say, "Oh, you're white," or here's the news story. "Oh, you're black. You're white or you're black." If you're white or you're black, you're going to get charged out the wazoo because you're a foreigner. Oh, and by the way, I'm a white guy. Well, I have a lot of friends in the Philippines here, and I also know some black guys. And guess what? They encounter the same exact problems, because foreigners all fall under the category of we can rip these people off. So I'm saying, don't put yourself in a position where you're going to get ripped off, right? Take a Filipino with you. I used to take my girlfriend when I would go to the public markets, or I would go to buy anything, hardware store, wherever you go. Let her get the price. Let her get the price for you. And then you can decide if you want to pay it or not. And then hopefully she's not screwing you over, so I hate to break this to you, but a lot of Filipinos or Filipinas, they're going to take a commission on the back end, especially if it's a big ticket item. But the thing is, if you go by yourself and you're just asking, how much is that? And then they tell you, there is a giant chance that they are giving you a price that no Filipino would ever have to pay. So you need to keep that in mind. I don't know if it's, I hesitate to say it's racist, but they do look at your skin color and determine how much they're going to charge you. Call it what you want. So I would say take someone with you and don't ever go by yourself for the first time and ask the prices. Now, I've been here for, like I said, 20 years. When I go to the public market, and I do go quite frequently, I go knowing, I know what the prices are. So when I go to the public market and I want to buy chicken, for example, I don't ask them the price. I tell them the price. I say, my buying price today, I'm going to buy 20 kilos of chicken. I have a restaurant, so I buy tons of meat. So I say, I'm going to buy 20 kilos of chicken. Today, my buy price is $1.55 per kilo. Can you sell it $1.55 or no? And they can say yes, or they can say no. But the thing is, I will tell them the price. Because if I ask them, what's the price of chicken? Oh, it's $200 per kilo. Nobody here is charging $200 per kilo. But I'm white, so they're going to ask me $200 per kilo. But if I go to them and I say, excuse me, I'm buying at $1.50 or $1.55. This is my buy price. Are you willing to sell at that price or no? And then I'm in control, right? If I go buy onions, I say today I'm buying at $35 per kilo. Are you selling or no? So because I know the prices in advance, but it takes a little bit of time for you to learn what those prices should be. But in the meantime, take a Filipino with you and have them ask what the prices are. Because the last thing you want to do is go to the public market, which is an adventure in and of itself, and then get charged double, triple, or 4 times what everybody else is paying. Because to me, and I'm sorry, but this is kind of a control issue for me. To me, that's insulting, right? I don't care if you're black or you're white or whatever color you are. But the thing is, when you go to the market, you should pay a reasonable price for what it is that you want to buy. And if they don't have the price published right in front, telling you how much per kilo this is, either ask them or compare it, or have somebody else ask them for you. That's always the best thing. Never ever pay what the first thing they're asking. Never ever pay the first price. And always check around to other locations and say, how much is it here? 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 And if you find someone with a posted price, that posted price is generally the pretty honest price. And if you're at a place where they didn't post the price up front, well, you're asking to be a sucker, all right? So that's the thing. When you go to the public market here, or for that matter, any it's not only the public market. There's a lot of vendors or even hardware stores I've been to, or like small shops that you go to, and they have a lot of products, but they don't have the prices posted. If the price is not posted, they're going to game you. All right? So you need to be wise. You need to be thinking. Let me just check. How much does this cost? How much is everybody else paying for it? And I'm willing to pay the same price as the next guy, but I'm not willing to pay 4 times the price just because I'm white or just because I'm black. Okay? So you need to be aware that a lot of times in the Philippines, you will get gamed because of your skin color. Sorry to say. I call it the Puti VAT. Here we have the Philippines, it's called the EVAT, which is the VAT tax that they charge, which is 12%. I call it the Puti VAT because Puti means white. So I call it the white tax. So you have to be aware of that. So be very, very careful when you're buying things that are not in the supermarket or there is no previous price published and you're simply asking the person, how much does this thing cost? You need to be very careful of that, because you will become a victim very, very quickly, and it's because of your skin color. So, is racism alive and well in the Philippines? You betcha. And if you're not used to being a minority, you're going to figure out what it's like pretty quick. Okay? I love you guys. All the best. I hope you enjoyed the videos, and of course I'll always give you my very, very best advice. Cheers. As always, I appreciate a like and a thumbs up, and I would really love it if you would subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a lot more interesting videos coming up, and you're going to love them. Looking forward to seeing you on those. Cheers.